Good morning, my friends. It's Indiana Holmes here at Disneyland on a beautiful Wednesday, April 15th. You know what that day is? Tax day. I hope you guys all have your taxes filed. If not, you got a few hours left. But we're here at Disneyland today. It is currently 70 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. Feels a bit warmer today than yesterday because no cloud cover, and also when we got here yesterday it was about 61 degrees and then worked its way up to 70. Today we got here a little bit later, so it's a little bit warmer, but still quite nice. Good morning, Wheels. Good morning, Heather Smith. Good morning, Awesome Alley. Good morning, I Got Nothing. Good morning, Chef Fabro. Good morning, Choiberg. Good morning, Tiffany Johnson. Good morning, Stephen Kenyon. Good to see you folks here this morning. Ah, what a gorgeous day. Well, it'll be interesting to see if it's the same as yesterday or if it's busier. Because yesterday we hypothesized that maybe it wasn't so busy because it was a Disney Channel night and everybody that weren't part of the Disney Channel night nighttime event would have to leave early because the park was closing at 8 p.m. for that event. So our hypothesis was that maybe it is less crowded, or was less crowded because of that. But today is just a regular day. There's no Disney Channel special evening event. I think that's again tomorrow night, but not today. So it will be interesting to see how things shape up. Hello, Johnny Utah. Hello, HMS. Hello, Rebecca. It's Rebecca Holmes. Welcome. Awesome. Good to have another Holmes in the house in the chat. If you guys saw my thumbnail today, that was the photo I stopped to take over at the castle yesterday when I stopped and got my other cell phone out to take that picture. And then I just inserted myself on a horse in the picture. Just for the fun of it. Because don't knights in shining armor or knights that save princesses, don't they ride horses? And a lot of those films they do for sure, and a lot of those stories. Hello, NJ. It feels nice. There's a little bit of breeze coming right through here. I have noticed an uptick in how would you say it? There are like school groups and private groups that have Disneyland guides with them. So I have seen an uptick in groups with the paid Disneyland guides. This week, kind of started a little bit towards the end. Well, let's see. No, it would have just been this week, because last week I couldn't really get any reservations. I think I just had one on Sunday of the previous week, and then I couldn't get any reservations for the rest of the week. So the question is, where do we go? What do we do? Let's see what we got over here at Big Thunder Mountain. How many minutes? Doesn't look too bad. It says 30 minutes. That's not too bad. I think we'll go over this way though. We missed out on Winnie the Pooh yesterday because it was closed, but maybe it'll be open today. I need my Winnie the Pooh fix. Welcome, Lisa C. See a few people sporting their Dodger jerseys and Dodger hats. It is baseball season. Many of us are lifelong Dodger fans.
That I still don't want to date any feminine. I've dated like at least two, and they.
Hello, so-called boy. Well, I am definitely on my way to walking over to the mini adventures of Winnie the Pooh. See if we can get a ride through today. Yesterday we went on every e-ticket ride that there was. If you missed that yesterday, you can go back and watch yesterday's live stream. We had all the e-ticket rides. I think we did 12 rides in total, maybe 13 if we're counting the Mark Twain. But yeah, we got all the good stuff in yesterday. And early too. So we'll just walk the park in a relaxed fashion today and see what we can get on without too much of a line. HMS. Is that Her Majesty's Service? Or the Haunted Mansion Society? It could be one or the other. Wow, a lot of strollers here. I don't usually get to the park this late. Not anymore, anyway. I did for a long time. But now I've tried to switch to an earlier time, where I'm usually getting here between 8 and 9. But today I had a few things I had to take care of. I had a doctor's appointment where they drew blood and they took my vitals and all that kind of stuff. So I had to get that done. Dealing with all the Orange County traffic today that I'm not used to driving through. I'm used to just driving to Disneyland and back home again. But today I was driving all over Orange County. Traffic was crazy early this morning. I left the house at 7 a.m. for my doctor's appointment, which was only like maybe 12 miles away. And it took almost an entire hour to get there on the freeway. Can you believe it? That is Southern California traffic for you. Hello, Tito Velasquez. Welcome, my friend. I hope everybody's having an awesome day wherever you are. Spring has sprung. Hi. All right, I see people standing in line for the mini adventures of Winnie the Pooh, so that means it is open. We should be able to get on that attraction. All right, Winnie the Pooh. The mini adventures of Winnie the Pooh. And there goes the Disneyland Railroad up on the bridge above. Ah, it's such a short line for this attraction today. Amazing, awesome. Oh, I love hearing this music. Da, 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 da. Da, da. There's just something sweet and welcoming and friendly and familiar about this Winnie the Pooh theme music. Kind of like hearing the Peanuts gang's theme music from Charlie Brown and Lucy and the Peanuts gang. This is a little bit more whimsical though. Rad guy, good to see you. Hello, Dr. Maxwell. Hello, Stephen K430. Woo, here we go. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da.
Hello out there, it's me, Tigger.
I don't know, what does Winnie the Pooh and Bozo the Clown have in common, Johnny Utah?
Tiggers like best, so please stay in your seats with your hands, arms, feet, and...
Hi friends, me again. Once again, please continue moving all the way forward, pulling in all the available space around you. Once again, please continue moving all the way forward. Facing side by side, two by two. Thank you.
Apasionados de la seguridad. Por lo tanto, permanezcan sentados. No vayan a sacar las manos o los brazos, los pies o las piernas fuera del vehículo. Y cuide a los pequeñitos. Chao por ahora.
Ah, Johnny Utah. You got us. You got us. Ooh, look how pretty the garden looks down here. The 100-acre wood. Hello, Crystal. Crystal Ray today. I hope you're having a good one.
It's me, Tigger. And being safe is what Tiggers like best. So please stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside. And grown little children. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.
Good morning, Paul's Epic Adventure. Good to see you, Paul. Hello, awesome Ellie. Hello, Wheels.
Hi there. What? Do you want to be in the front?
It doesn't matter to me. I can...
Take row 2.
Okay. Brianna, I hear you. That Winnie the Pooh's corner is a hard thing to pass up. Happily, on my way in, I stopped at McDonald's and I got 2 sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles and a cup of coffee. So I am fully filled for probably the rest of the day. Hello, Jim Rockford. I think we can go look for Star Wars characters. That would be fun.
One blustery day in the 100-acre woods, a little bear named Winnie the Pooh set off in search of honey.
Look, Mama, look! I'm excited to untie the room.
Happy Wednesday!
We'll save you, Piglet!
First the wind, and now this.
Whee!
Goodness gracious!
Right this way. Heffalumps and woozles, heffalumps and woozles, steal honey, beware, beware. Heffalumps and woozles. What a wonderful dream.
Thank you.
Wake up, Pooh! Wake up! Wake up, Pooh!
Oh boy, it's your birthday.
It's time for your party, Pooh! Happy birthday, Pooh!
We'll get going again in just a moment. You betcha. Present for Pooh. Oh, that was fun.
Were those the characters from Country Bear Jamboree?
Yeah, they've been there ever since.
I always look for them, but I'm usually sitting in the back, so I
That's the
can't look
spot.
up.
No, that's why we asked for the front. You can't see it in the back.
That's so
row.
cool. Very
I
nice.
hope we didn't block you. too
No,
much.
not at all, not at all. Thank you so much for pulling me in on the Country Bears.
That's their only. That's all that's left.
That's all that's
it's
left.
still in Japan and Florida.
Oh, really? Well, that's cool. Now, how do you guys know so much? Did you work at the parks?
No, I work for Disney Store, but we go to all the parties.
We're just old.
We haven't been to Shanghai. We've been to all but Shanghai.
Yeah, I wanna go do that when my wife retires. I wanna
Well,
go.
you can do, like Hong Kong, Tokyo, and Shanghai all together. They're like
Okay.
5 hours apart.
Oh, there you go.
But you could do it all in one trip.
Fun.
Tokyo's the best.
I hear that. Yeah,
It's
I've seen a few
Disney Sea.
videos. It looks really good.
It's amazing. Disney Sea.
Disney Sea, right?
But don't go in summer.
Don't go in summer. Too hot and humid.
Brutal.
What's the best season to go?
October, November.
October, November. Okay.
And if you go like late October, you can catch Halloween.
And they really do Halloween.
Ooh, do they really? All right. Well, that sounds like a hot ticket. Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate that advice.
I hope you get there soon.
All right.
Take care.
Thank you. Did you guys see the country bears? They were up above me. The gentleman in front of me pointed it out. And I've always looked for those, but they usually seat me in the back seat, and then I can't look up. I can't turn the camera because I'm kind of in an enclosed shell thing. And then when I sit in the front, I often forget about it, so I don't really know where to look. But these gentlemen in front of me, they pointed up right at the right moment. So I whipped my camera looking straight up. It's all dark, it's not lit, so it's hard to see, but yep. They had, I think, 3 different characters there from Country Bear Jamboree.
With a big straw point, you don't get that much wet. You do get wet.
I want to thank all of the mods that are here today, helping out, keeping everybody safe and happy You guys do such a great job. I appreciate it so much. I know not all of our mods are always chatty in the chat. Sometimes they're also ninja watching, but they are taking care of us and taking care of the channel. So I want to thank everybody, even if you can't tell that they're here. But there are several today that are here and participating in the chat. Oh yeah, there's a few more people here today than there was yesterday, for sure. But it still feels relatively lightly attended. We will do a little walk over to Galaxy's Edge and see if we see any characters. We had a request for that, and we're just right next door to Galaxy's Edge, so absolutely, let's go see.
It's Winnie the Pooh or Small World, you guys do.
Lots of families and school groups.
Hola!
Hola! It is a really nice day. I loved yesterday though. Yesterday with the big puffy clouds blowing by, it looked so amazing as backdrop to some of the different areas like Toontown and the Disneyland Castle, Matterhorn. Looking up in the sky, you'd see these giant puffy clouds that were just kind of floating by. It was really cool. That's one thing we don't get enough of in California, especially Southern California. We don't get those big, billowy, puffy, enormous bands of clouds that float through that you see in some of the other states as you head east. But we do get them occasionally around the time we have some storms. And we had a few yesterday that were sort of remnants of the little rainstorm we had on Sunday night. 45 minutes for Rise the Resistance. That was a great way to start off the day yesterday. We started off the Rise of Resistance. It was fantastic. Even though it had a posted time of, I think, 30 or 35 minutes, I think we just walked pretty much straight through to the loading room. I think it only took about 15 minutes to do that walk. Hello, Disney Wishes. Cotton candy clouds. Yeah, that's a good way to think of them. Ghoulish Delight. Hello, my friend. All right, let's see. We usually will see some Star Wars characters beginning about here where these benches are. On a hot day, they like to be in the shade, but they do wander through here. Usually we see Boba Fett, we see Mandalorian and Grogu, Ahsoka. They usually hang out over here. And then over by the Millennium Falcon, we find Rey Skywalker, Luke Skywalker, Chewbacca, R2-D2. But we'll do the full walk. See if we can find them. Okay.
Wow! Perfect.
I photobombed those people. I got in their photo. 4 young ladies in their probably late 20s getting a picture taken by the Disney photographer. I popped into the corner there, got a picture taken with them. They'll see that later and they'll go, who is that dude? Who is that guy? Well, I don't see any Star Wars characters here, but that's okay. We will walk over to the Millennium Falcon. So we'll take the long walk around. We'll see if we have any Star Wars characters over there. I feel like we see them more on the weekends. Or even a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday than the weekdays. But it just depends. It seems like we always have stormtroopers out and about, and Kylo Ren is usually causing trouble ordering people around. I love coming through this part right here. All the cables and stuff.
Dispatch your application to a first order mounting officer and join the ranks of the proud.
We're going to take you another day in the morning. There was a resistance fighter hiding here.
Looks like our fighter up here is all alone today. No stormtroopers. Sometimes the stormtroopers are up here in the Millennium Falcon, so we'll check it out. Here's some good Galaxy's Edge Star Wars sounds, some sound effects. All right, there's August Cantina. It's back open after some renovation. I have not been back in there since they did the renovation. So Lizzie and I will have to take a peek in there. We'll have to pop in there for a beverage and check it out. She's not here with me today though, she's working. Okay, well, we have walked Galaxy's Edge and there is no characters out. That's okay. Maybe we'll catch some later. I think we could probably do Smuggler's Run. We didn't do that yesterday. Hello, my friends. This is Indiana Holmes here at Galaxy's Edge. I hope you're all having a great day. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. We're about 14 people away from hitting 5,000 subscribers. So if you can help us out and subscribe today, it would be greatly appreciated. Thanks, guys. All right, let's go check out Smuggler's Run. Get to go in the icy cold hallway.
We got the second highest score ever.
Here we are, Single Rider's Icebox Hallway. The coldest hallway in all of Disneyland. Actually, it doesn't feel as icy cold today as usual. Sometimes you come in here and it's just like a freezer. Today it's a little bit more like a refrigerator. Of course, the deeper you get into this hallway, the colder it gets. Up, up, up we go. Getting our stair workout for the day.
So you're escaping real quick? Come on, escape. You're going to take the stairs or the elevator, okay? And straight down, go to the entrance of our attraction, okay? Alrighty.
Hello, Crystal.
I have pilots, I have a gunner, and let's see if we have any more crew members.
3 or 2.
You
Okay.
can be a gunner or an engineer.
Alrighty, sounds good. How you doing, guys?
All together, we're gonna be the gold team. Go, gold team, go.
All right, gold team, go.
Second.
We're the golden team. Kind of like the Golden Girls, only we're the golden team. Oh, they're calling us already. Old crew is in. It's a good cast member. She's funny. She said she likes to come back in one piece because she likes to think of herself as the precious cargo.
Welcome. Right this way, my friends. Come closer. Come closer. You're back. I did not think I would see you again after the incident. You're braver than I thought. You will be intercepting a first-order train shipment of coaxium. Gunners, you clear the path. Pilots, line up behind the train. And engineers, you harpoon that precious cargo. And as we always say here at Onaka Transport Solutions, get out of here and go make hondos of money.
For your safety, remain seated and supervise young ladies. Por favor, permanezcan sentados y cuide a los niños. Gracias.
Alright guys, make sure nothing is between you and the seatbelt, right? She would have her own seat.
She have her own seat?
Oh, so then go across the umbrella.
So you have to have your own seat, okay?
Right behind you.
Hurry now, time is money.
Yeah, he's right here.
Alright, seatbelt stuck on the yellow tabs. Okay. Awesome. You're gonna press anything that's flashing, you guys. Have a great
There you go.
day.
Here we go.
Flight engineer, repair test. Hit your flashing buttons. You'd better be faster when we get into real trouble. Right, pilot, push the flashing button to take off. Pilot on the left, move your stick to fly right and left. I was just about to say that. Pilot on the right, pull back on the stick to fly up. And push forward to fly out. Oh, watch it. Chewie makes flying this thing look easy, ain't it? Weapons are online. Left pilot, hit the boosters. Now let's go get that coaxium. Right pilot, make the jump to light speed. Those heavy ties are protecting the train. Take them out. They've locked onto us. Take evasive action. Gunners, we need to defend ourselves. Open fire. Ah, there it is. After that train. Flight engineers, fire the harpoon. Left pilot, brakes. Well, my friends, that could have been much worse. Okay, it's much worse. Yes, you got one. Excellent, my friends. Now power up the ship. Well, I cram the go axiom. You see, just as I promised, my friend. Now that the resistance has what they need, maybe it's something to handle. Pilots, line up behind the train so we can harpoon that last car. Flight engineers, fire the harpoons and reel us in. Engineers, hit your flashing button. Get behind the train. Well, it's harder than it looks. Gunship? Oh, that's ridiculous. Things are getting too hot. Get out of here. A distraction! Fire the missiles at the train! Hurry! It's coming down! Let's fire! Hit the boosters! Boost! 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 We made it! I don't believe it, but we made it! Now, let's get out of here! Your hyperdrive has failed. Pilots, evasive maneuvers. We've got company. Chewie's right. We cannot let them follow us back to the resistance. Kubo, he's the last. You did it. Watch out! Oh, that's going to be wrong. Yes, Chewie will pilot us in remotely. You retrieved 1 container of coaxium. This will greatly help the resistance. You have heard the First Order and made Chewie proud. Now, after my modest profit, your card minus what you owe me for damaging the Falcon is... Oh, that is rough. Oh, wait, my friends. I'm afraid we have picked up a hitchhiker. Oh, fine. Scan the exterior of the Falcon for life forms. You see, this happens sometimes when you travel through uncharted regions of the galaxy as much as... Whoa! Looks like we are ready to unload.
Good job, sweet girl.
Oh, wow.
All available techs, we have a Corellian freighter that needs immediate transport back to maintenance bay.
Okay.
This thing is practically scrap
Those
metal.
were absolutely the worst pilots ever. Hello, Eric. Good to see you, my friend. Woo-wee, that was a wild one. We had some very inexperienced pilots. I think those pilots had never played a video game before. All right, still no characters out here, so I guess we're not going to see any Star Wars characters today. All right, we'll just continue on through Galaxy's Edge here. Kind of a quiet day at Galaxy's Edge, not too many people in Galaxy's Edge, not too much happening up here. Whenever I'm here, I always feel like they need a third attraction, a third ride vehicle attraction. It feels like they're just one attraction shy of having a really dynamic Galaxy's Edge. You know, a really active, dynamic, exciting Galaxy's Edge. I mean, Smuggler's Run is really exciting for me. And I absolutely love Rise of the Resistance. That is my favorite ride. But those Bantas they were supposed to have over to the right over there, they were supposed to have a Banta ride where we rode Bantas. I feel like that was in the original plan, and that was the right plan. And then I guess they ran out of money or time, or I don't know what it was, but they axed they axed that attraction. I always feel like they need to come back and put that attraction in. Eric and Ann from Idaho, welcome. Troyberg is in the house. All right. Cute little kid over there. Heather O. Smith.
Oh my God, are you kidding?
The rumor, the scuttlebutt was that Disney was spending too much. They just didn't have enough money or enough. So really, Galaxy's Edge is kind of missing two critical pieces of entertainment and dining that was originally planned for Galaxy's Edge. And they kind of really need maybe a more high-end restaurant experience with characters roaming about. I think that would really make Galaxy's Edge super special. Instead of the one restaurant that they have right now, Docking Bay. And then one more attraction. And I know maybe they can't do the Banta ride attraction now, but they could do something. All right, looks like we are here for Casey Jr. Circus train because there's almost nobody in line, very few people. That's good for me. See how clear that sky is today? Yesterday we had some big, puffy, pillowy clouds blowing through, but not today. Just sunny. I heard it was gonna really heat up again next week, so we might be back to shorts next week. I'm wearing long pants today, and I feel like I could have wore shorts today. You said 3, right? Here?
4? One, sorry. You're only 2. You're only 2. Sorry.
Wait 1 second right here.
Okay.
It's gonna be this train, it'll be the next one.
Okay.
You said 4.
Yeah, because I thought Lahari is also with us. 你查一下对吧？ 找不到我们的车子，那待会儿一起找吧。我们跟你们收起来就可以了。
These little cages were not really designed for us adults, but we do manage to get in and out of them. But I prefer not to. If I can avoid being in a cage car, I will always choose an open car, or the caboose is my favorite. Hello, Noah.
Guys, wait up.
Well, I guess it depends on how comfortable you are just being on your own by yourself. You know, I have no problem being here on my own. Like today, Lizzie's working, so she can't come. But I have all you guys to keep me company, so that really helps and keeps me as entertained as maybe the live stream keeps you guys. But I think anybody can have a good time here solo. You know, there are groups, there are social media groups, I think on Facebook and some other social media platforms that are like Disney adults or Disney singles. So you could probably go on one of those groups and let people know when you're coming and see if you can meet up with somebody that you've met and share the day together. I've met a couple of people here, not through an app, but just being here, sitting down and eating lunch with my camera on my gimbal. And I've met a couple of people here that are very nice people, and I've hung out with for part of the day a couple of different times. So it's very possible to come, and you can either be solo and just enjoy the park all by yourself all day, or you could try to meet another person of your age and enjoy the day with them. Watch the fingers and hands when they open that gate. You don't want your fingers in there. All right, looks like we're gonna be on number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Excellent. Okay, what do you say? Backwards ride today, guys? Let's go backwards. All right, we're gonna do the backwards ride.
Oh, and remember to watch your children too. All aboard! Bienvenido. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los niños. Gracias. Now, Casey, let's get this show on the road. Track. All aboard! All aboard! All aboard! Let's go!
This is fun, seeing everything, just seeing all the track and everything just appear behind you. super fun. And we're back, right where we started from.
That's the fate of the animals. That's the end of the lion. Fantasyland. Fantasyland Station.
That was awesome. It's fun to get that reverse perspective with the track and all of the different little lands within Storybook Land disappearing into the distance as you pass them.
The lower one? What's that? The lower train? It's the same train, right? That's the we just must carry something. We go around one time.
I just saw a guy with a t-shirt on, and it had Zurg from Astro Blasters, right? It had Zurg on the shirt, and it said, "Buzz, I am your father." And if you're a Star Wars fan, you get the reference. Oh, that was funny. We got a princess on a leash. When Willow was a really little kid like that, when she was like that size and a little bigger, we had to resort to putting her on the leash because she would just run off in any direction. Whatever caught her eye, she would run off in that direction. And one time we lost her, I think it was in the Target or a Marshall store, you know, where they have all those round circular racks full of clothes and they're all really close together. And she ran into one of those racks somewhere. Oh my gosh, we were freaking out. So after that, she went on the leash. Never thought we'd be leash parents, but we didn't want to lose our kid. Just walking through, thinking maybe Mr. Toad has a ride for me today.
It's not even beginning. My sister's on this one.
Back and forth through the switchbacks on the rope line here. Hello, Cheryl. Welcome. RDF5 is in the house. Stephen Hobbs, hello. And Disney Dad from Utah, hiya. Chris and Tara, welcome. Did you say that your kid got their train set out? All these Disney theme songs have a tendency to get caught in your head, circling around the old cerebellum. I think they must know some special music, some music science or music theory that helps helps them compose music that is sticky music that sticks in your head.
Why did you do it?
4,989 subscribers. We are inching our way towards 5,000. 11 more subscribers to go. You saw Geppetto. Oh, that's pretty cool. My favorite Disney treat or Disney toy that I bought lately was must be a month or two ago now. I bought the Jiminy Cricket sipper cup at the Coca-Cola refreshment stand. I never bought a sipper cup before in my life. But that one was such a cool sculpture, such a cool piece of gear, and just the right height for the scale of what you think Jiminy Cricket would be, that I had to buy it. Got to get our Mr. Toad in. We didn't do any Fantasyland rides yesterday. We did all the e-ticket rides. I don't know what these rides were considered back in the day because I was too young to really keep track of what was an A, B, C, D, or E ride. So I don't know what these, maybe if there's anybody that's old enough here in the chat that remembers the ticket book system, maybe you guys will remember what the Fantasyland rides like Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, Peter Pan, Pinocchio, and Snow White were. I feel like maybe Peter Pan was an e-ticket, maybe Dumbo was an e-ticket, and maybe the rest were like some other value. Heather Smith says they were B rides. That's something I need to look up. I need to look up, like, on opening day, July 17th, 1955, which rides had what ticket value. Ah, Wheels. They were giving out a wand, huh? I saw a little bit of video on YouTube of, I don't even remember who it was, but somebody was here, probably many people, filming, and I saw a couple of videos, and it looked like maybe Disney Channel night was mostly celebrating the actors and characters and shows from Disney Channel, which kind of makes sense. Rebecca Holmes says, a sea ride. Google says a C rating. Very good, very good. Thank you, guys. Google can be really amazing. The results are not always 100% accurate, but they are getting better and better and better. I gotta say, asking Google a question usually about 90% of the time gives you the correct answer. So helpful. Carousel. You guys are always trying to get me to go on the carousel. There is actually a big line for the carousel. I'm looking at the line right now. There's a ton of people over there. I only do the carousel when Lizzie's with me. I don't want to look like the weird old man on the carousel on a horse all by himself.
Join us. Please remain seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside. And do the supervisor told you. Have a jolly good time. Pies y piernas dentro del vehículo. Y por favor, cuídense. Chao. Welcome to Toad Hall. To ensure a safe and glorious drive in your car, remain firmly seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside. Watch your children and do try to drive your carefully, Toad. Ta-ta. Bienvenido a Toad Hall. Para su seguridad, por favor permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del vehículo. Y por favor, cuide a los pequeños. Esperamos que disfrute del paseo.
I do love all the detail in the wood up here.
Please remain seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside. And do the supervisor told you. Have a jolly good ride. Su vehículo está por llegar. Para disfrutar un paseo seguro, por favor permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del vehículo. Y por favor, cuide los pequeños. Chao.
Coca-Cola, that's funny. I love silly jokes like that. If you love Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, you have to read the book The Wind in the Willows, because that is where Mr. Toad comes from. And then you learn what a naughty little toad he really is.
Watch your children and do try to drive more carefully than Toad. Ta-ta. Bienvenido a Toad Hall. Para su seguridad, por favor permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del vehículo.
Alright, we're gonna get Winkin. That's a cool one. Black and yellow and red. Thank you.
Of course. Alrighty, go ahead and pull that
That's the last!
got motion sick. That was like a thrill ride today. It was moving so quick.
Your ride is slowly coming to an end. Please remain seated and do not dismount from your horse until the countdown from the full and complete stop.
We do jump.
Buffy's not hosting.
Wow.
Pinocchio open? Yeah, it is. Okay. All right, into Pinocchio we must go.
Bajo el brillo de una estrella fugaz.
We can check out the line for Storybook later.
Hello, friends. This is Jiminy Cricket. Remember to stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside. Oh, remember the children. You're watching. Well, looks like your tire's on the way. If they get anything, just go to the whistle.
Para que disfruten de un viaje seguro, cada adulto debe sentirse no vaya a visitar las manos, los brazos, los pies o las piernas solamente.
What a great mural this is.
This is Jiminy Cricket, or official conscience center. For your safety, remember to stay seated.
Party of 5. You know, my legs are not tired. My feet are not tired, but overall I do feel a little tired today. I feel like I did not get enough sleep or not enough quality sleep because I had to get up so early to get to a super early doctor's appointment. And the traffic to get there, because I don't usually drive in morning traffic, but I did, and it was like an hour's drive to go like 12 miles on the freeway.
Hi, welcome. 13th birthday tomorrow.
Oh, happy birthday! That's awesome.
What's your YouTube channel?
It's Indiana Holmes.
Indiana Holmes. H-O-M-E-S.
H-O-L.
H-O-L.
Yeah, you guys can watch us later tonight. You'll be able to find yourself. It's about 1 hour and 11 minutes in. Yeah. All right. Excellent. Yourself? Good.
An actor's life for me. It's great to be a celebrity. An actor's life for me. Hi, diddly dee. An actor's life
For me, you are making lots of money.
Be careful. No, this way.
Go ahead. Make a jackass out of yourself. Shut the doors and lock the top.
Please let me go home, please.
Quick, hurry up!
You blokes going somewhere?
Watch out! Monstro! Pinocchio! That's it! You're almost home!
My little footmaid has come home.
Looking at the Pinocchio in the ride there, Pinocchio shows up 3 times during the attraction. He is just about the same size as, not Pinocchio, I'm sorry, Jiminy Cricket. Jiminy Cricket shows up about 3 times in that attraction, in the Pinocchio attraction. And looking at the Jiminy Cricket character on the ride, it is almost the exact same size and dimensions as the Sipper Cup I got. It's just, in the Sipper Cup, I think his proportions and his body is maybe 15% bigger, probably to accommodate more liquid, you know, more soda or whatever you're gonna put in there. I never use my Disney
Some people think it's the
souvenirs for their intended purpose, though. I'll never put any liquid in my Jiminy the Cricket Sipper Cup. He is just going to go up on a shelf I still need to put up. And I never put any popcorn or anything in my Star Wars Death Star popcorn bucket, which is one of the coolest things I have ever got from a Disney souvenir stand or shop or park. The Death Star has a button you can push and you hear the Death Star sounds of like attacks going on in space, and it lights up and it looks just like the Death Star. I saw one guy online, I can't remember, maybe it wasn't a photograph. Anyway, somebody took their Death Star popcorn bucket, like I have, which is all gray, all one solid color of gray. And this person was like a master painter. They painted it so that they aged it, and it looked really like it had been up in space a really long time and had, you know, gotten well used. And after I saw that, I'm like, oh, I want to do that, but I don't think I have those kind of painting skills. Oh, look. Is that a duck? Duckling?
Yes.
It's a little tiny duckling. It needs its mama. I have a cast member trying to wrangle the ducklings. The ducklings are running all over the place. They're tiny, like little tiny birds. They must only be like a couple weeks old. And they're running all over the place away from their mom. They need to be on a leash. So they've got a cast member that's trying to wrangle them, keep them from getting stepped on. They're so small, they could get stepped on or run over. It would be terrible, absolutely terrible. So I hope they are able to get them to safety soon. They're like right in the middle of the walkway.
I'm sorry.
All right, Storybook Canal boat next. If you want to see Rise the Resistance, we did that yesterday. Look at yesterday's live stream. It was the very first attraction we went on. It was awesome. Yeah, yesterday we went on all the e-ticket rides. We went on Space Mountain, Star Wars Rise the Resistance. We did not go on Smuggler's Run yesterday. That's why I did it first thing today. We went on the Matterhorn, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad, anything that could be considered an e-ticket back in the old ticketing system. We went on that yesterday. 12 or 13 attractions in total, I think, in 6 hours. So like one every 30 minutes. We did Haunted House, Pirates of the Caribbean. Maybe, huh? Party of 5.
A mí se me antojó un montón de estar mojando a los niños, mojarlos todos.
Wow, I can't believe we've already done 5 rides today. This will be our 6th ride. That's crazy. We've only been here an hour and 19 minutes. Not bad for getting here late today. There's definitely more people here today than yesterday, no question about it.
In America? Where was that? I mean, I look big, but I am way different.
This standby rope line here is very confusing. It goes back and forth and back and forth. This is a cool shirt. Magic Kingdom 71. I think that's when the Magic Kingdom opened, 1971. It's got the light cycles on there. Who was a fan of Tron, the original Tron? I think the original Tron came out in, what, 1982 or 84? 82 or 84. The original Tron. It was initially a flop because it was so inside baseball, so to speak. You know, it was like, you know, all the characters inside the computer were all named after real computer parts, like the central processing unit, CPU, and it was very, very much kind of a nerdy film, but I absolutely loved it. I was just intrigued and entranced. Of course, I was one of those people who was into computers very early on. As soon as I could buy a Apple computer, I bought an Apple IIc computer. Of course, it didn't do any graphics or anything like that. I just used it for business. But as soon as the Amiga computer came out, I can't remember what year that was. It might have been 85, maybe 86. That was the first personal computer that could do color graphics. And I bought that thing, oh my God, I can't even tell you. It was like, I'm thinking it was like 85 or 86. I bought the Amiga computer, came with a color monitor, and it had a 0.5 megabyte of RAM. And I think it had, let's see, it used floppy drives for recording information and for some programs. All the programs had to be loaded in on floppy drives. So I think it had a 0.5 megabyte of RAM. but I paid like an extra, I think it was like $1,000 or $500 for a megabyte. So I had 1.5 megabytes of RAM, and then the computer saved its processes, its media, and things you made and programs on a external hard drive, if I remember correctly. And I think that was like, gosh, I want to say like 100 megabytes or 250 megabytes. I don't remember exactly, but I remember this computer cost me in like 1985 or 86, cost me like $2,500. And that was a huge amount of money, but I was able to do some amazing artwork with it. I was doing photography of models in like wedding dresses and other kinds of like fantasy costumes, and then I would posterize them in the Amiga computer and then take those files and print them out at a friend's print shop, where we were able to print 8-foot tall prints of these color images, and it was pretty awesome. I had a show at a gallery where we had about 6 of these giant prints made, and they were really cool, really futuristic looking for the time. Of course, now you could do all that on your phone in a couple of minutes. Hello, Artemis. Atari 800, I remember those too. Hello, Fiona's dad. Yep, Fiona's dad knows the pain of what we had to pay for RAM and memory and floppy disks and all that stuff back in the day. And now memory is getting really expensive again, because all these memory chips that are coming out of foundries are getting purchased by these giant AI companies that need all these memory chips and processing chips for their graphics cards and their logic boards, and it's causing memory to go way up in price. You used to be able to buy an SSD, you know, like a 1 terabyte SSD pretty cheaply, like for $100, but not anymore. They're going way up in value. And this is also an issue because so much memory gets purchased by Apple for the iPhones and iPads, as well as their laptops and their desktop Mac Minis. So yeah, it's getting hard. I mean, years and years ago, decades ago now, after my Apple IIc computer and then my Amiga computer, I started building my own Windows PC computers and Linux computers, and it was kind of a relatively inexpensive hobby to do that, and you could build some pretty powerful machines, but now there's no point to it really. Unless you're a hardcore gamer, then you need that kind of power. Otherwise, you can just buy an inexpensive Apple computer now and can do almost anything you need it to do.
I'm pretty excited.
Battery check. We are at 60%. Thank you for reminding me. This is a really nice line to be in. There's a nice breeze coming off of the canal here, coming down my way. Yeah, I am definitely going to hydrate after this ride. After this attraction, I am going to pull out my giant bottle of water and start drinking it. I feel like I need to hydrate more after eating those 2 sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. I've had like 4 cups of coffee and only 1 glass of water today, but I feel like I need more water, so hydration will take place right after this. Oh, look, we got a little bit of wispy clouds starting to shape up there. When I got here at 11, there was not a cloud in the sky. It was just all blue sky. But now we're getting some wispies. What do they call those? Cirrus clouds? I forget, it's been so long since science classes. Yeah, I'm not sure that McDonald's McGriddles are the healthiest things for us, but they are certainly very yummy, and they do fill you up, especially if you eat 2 of them like I did. Yes, Mr. Toast, I just love this whole Storybook land. We were just on Casey Jr. a little bit ago. Casey Jr.'s Railroad, Circus Railroad.
You head all the way down as well.
And that's like a unique point of view of Storybook Land. But then being in the boats here at Waterline, looking straight out at or straight up at the different architectural elements, the different storybook elements, is just a whole different experience, which, you know, both experiences are completely unique and fun. Let's see, Wheels, what did you say? You were born in '76. Wow, that's awesome. I was a junior in high school.
It's gonna be across that way.
Where you want me? Alrighty.
Happy birthday. Oh,
thank you.
Whoop. What do you want me? I'll have you do that for you.
Thank you.
No problem. Can I go right here?
Look at this adorable child over here. Aw, so cute. How old?
2 years old.
Aw, that's fantastic. Is this your first one?
Yes. It's gonna be the last.
That's what you say now. In 2 more years, you want another one.
They're too expensive, huh?
They're a little spendy. I have 2 daughters who are now adults, 3 years apart, and it's a lot of fun.
The hands are large, have legs inside the boat, and please supervise those children. Some people travel to magical places through the club, but for those that visit in person, whether it's down a rabbit hole or with the locals guys, oftentimes find their way into these quite magical or even menacing, though it looks like we're passing through the jaws of Monster the Whale. We're actually being transported to a magical place called Storybook Land. Now, of course, our story begins with once upon a time, when the big bad wolf came on our lap, and those little kids lived across the road in 3 houses. One made of straw, one made of wood, and one made of roof brick. Now, just around the corner, our next story takes place in the quaint English village of Holmes to Alice, where on one golden afternoon, a white rabbit down the rabbit hole and fell down into Wonderland, and things became curiouser and curiouser to there.
Some goslings and a couple of geese.
Right in London Park. Up ahead, in the city of Agrabah, the very red flag, perfectly the jasmine in the marketplace, and silver heart, with nothing who fell in love, and now lives atop of the Soul King Palace. This day, The golden archways above us, thus, oh wow, perched down and under, in their magical carpet ride, sideways and under, to a whole new world. The Cave of Wonders, one that is quite magical and also quite frightening. The legend has it that whoever says that you free will be granted 3 wishes. Let's make a wish now and see if it comes true. The cozy cottage on our right is coming to this living floor. This is no ice for her pumpkin, which is on our left. But when her wicked stepmother forbid it, her fairy godmother granted her the wish, and when she didn't return home before midnight, her coat turned into a pumpkin on that same tree. So, on a bed, like venom roasted flowers, on our lap, inspired by the next 33 silly symphony cartoon, Lullaby Land. Now, of course, everything here in Storybook Land is magical. Even these miniature trees that you see here along your right in London Park with now forever have to grow up. On our left, Rapunzel had wished to leave her tower to go to the floating lantern. And with the help from Flynn Rider, they finally each other. The Winds in the Willows, with Mr. Toad's stately manner coming up just on our left. But sorry folks, Jim Daddy is at home right now. He is currently opening motor cart to nowhere. In particular, Arendelle, a home to Elsa, Anna, Olaf, Kristoff, Ben, and Elsa's Ice Palace in the distance on the mountaintop.
Oh, that's so cool.
Up ahead, in the snowy Alp village, just ahead of the Wood Harbor, and Winds on a Star. The Blue Fair went in that wind. Seeing little mermaid in the shadows of her father's writings, and just behind that waterfall, a little came up from under her. So as our story comes to an end, we come back in the center of the boat for balance.
They're very adventurous little guys. Run over the ducklings. Oh, that one's like, I'm out of here. I don't see it. Party friends remain seated.
Se quedó uno, mira, Santiago se quedó
And on
uno.
my count of 3, go ready. 1, 2, 3. Everyone out. What? Oh man, he's in there.
Oh no, there's one in there. Right there. There was one little duckling that got trapped between our boat and the dock and was not with his brothers and sisters or mom and dad. I hope that the boat skipper there fishes him out and puts him back with his family. He was tweeting away, he was so upset.
To their tea party where everything is nice. Mad. To ensure your safety, please remain seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside while your teacher is spinning. And please do lock your chair.
Hello, Paul. How are you, my friend? Okay, I almost got an Alice in Wonderland right there, but I think I need to find a place to sit, break out my giant bottle of water, and start hydrating. Oh, there's Mary Poppins.
Thank you so much. Have a great day. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much.
Tired. Let me see.
Still somewhat of a light attendance today, but definitely a lot more people-y than it was yesterday. So we definitely have more people here. So I think maybe, just maybe, our hypothesis about yesterday being less crowded because of the fact that we had the Disney Channel night last night might have been keeping some people away. Like Tinkerbell is in, but there is a big line for her over at Pixie Hollow. So I guess we'll skip it. At least for now. I need to drink some water. Let's see, maybe we'll find a bench or somewhere to sit over in Frontierland near the Mark Twain. We got a big old beautiful horse here, big draft horse pulling this. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. After our big day yesterday with the 12 or 13 e-ticket attractions and all the other attractions that we did, I feel like I'm moving a little slower today. It's a little bit more chill for me, or at least I'm in a little bit more of a chill mood to, no, I don't feel like I have to go on as many attractions as yesterday. We've already gone on so many, gosh, it's crazy. we are transiting through. Let's see. See if there's any good shady tables over in Rancho del Zocalo that we can sit at. A lot of sunny tables. Let's see, let's go try the other direction. There's a lot of benches out here. A little shadier over here. A little better. Let's see, I should probably charge up while I'm sitting here. Let's see what you guys have to say here. Hello, Zen Panda. Good to see you, my friend. Woohoo! We are at 4,995 subscribers. 5 more to go to get to 5,000. Hello, Andy. Ah, egg white. That's funny. Hello, Iceman. Just catching up here on the chat, seeing who I haven't said hi to. Looks like the mods have said hi to everybody, and I think I'm caught up with everybody. Thanks again to all the mods. You guys are awesome. See how our battery is doing here. 55% and charging. I think we're charging anyway. Hello, Plumeria girl. I'm good, Andy. How about yourself? This is my second day in a row of being up at 4:30 a.m. It's a little bit early. I should have went to bed earlier, but I go down these rabbit holes on YouTube where I start watching science videos and I get all wrapped up in the size of the universe and time travel and, well, not time travel, but speed of light and atoms traveling. Hello, Tori. How you doing? Hello, Cheryl Metzger. Oh, there was an art gallery sort of slash museum above Pirates of the Caribbean for a couple, 3 years maybe. That was originally a private apartment for Walt and his family. And then, of course, he passed away, you know, a long, long time ago. And then they've repurposed that particular space for several different things. But I believe it is now reconstituted or rebuilt into its original form. I think you can go into that apartment if you're on one of the special tours that you pay extra for. Thanks, Mike. I'm sorry about that surgery. I know, I gotta go in for surgery soon. That's why I was at the doctor's today. I have to get some more kidney stones taken out. Fun, fun, fun. But I gotta do it, so just gotta get it done. Hello, Ariel. Good to see you, my friend. Ooh, okay. Backyard Starship book series. Let me write that down so I can remember that. I'm gonna put that in my notes here. Okay, I'm gonna put this in right now. Backyard Starship. Got it. Thank you for that recommendation. Has anybody read that book, The Old Man in the Sea? It's an old book. It's on my list of books to read. I might read it on my other channel. I don't know. I have to kind of speed read a little bit of it and see what I think. Kingdom of Aradon. I don't know. I don't know what that is. If you've read The Old Man of the Sea book, let me know in the chat if you think it's worth reading on my Storytime channel. Yeah, kidney stones are no fun for sure. That's why I'm gonna get them taken care of before I end up in the ER again like I did a couple of years ago. Oh, interesting, Wheels. Darth Maul, Shadow Lord. Anime series, that could be fun. Oh, it's from the Descendants movies, okay. Ah, required reading for middle school. Yeah, I've had surgery, Johnny, as well, for a bunch of them in my right kidney. That was not fun. I ended up in the ER, and that's what led to the surgery. But then all was good, but I've still got some in my left kidney, so I gotta get those out. Oh my gosh, you passed an 8mm? That sounds horrible. Hello, Angela Castro DeLu. Welcome. Short and lovely, okay. Like me, short and lovely. I crack myself up. What's next on Jones and Z? Thank you for asking, El Patron. I'm trying to decide. I was gonna look at that yesterday. I started doing a little bit of research. I'm not quite sure. I've got 4 or 5 different possibilities. Like maybe an Inspector Poirot book. Maybe another Sherlock Holmes book. I'm not sure. Oh my gosh, wheels, that sounds terrible. Yeah, as we get older, all those sports injuries and injuries when we were younger start to come back, and then you re-injure yourself, and then sometimes you're just stuck with it. I've got a bad shoulder and bicep, got some tears in there, and the doctor looked at him and he said, well, he goes, we go in there and mess around and try to sew some things back up, but he said there's a 33% chance it'll be worse after surgery, a 33% chance it'll be the same, and a 33% chance it'll be better. And I'm like, okay, that sounds bad, because 66% there is on the bad side, so I'm just living with it. Well, here's the thing, Andy. If you can email me some of the book or story recommendations, I will take a look at them. Because when you tell me in the chat here, by the time I get home, I've already forgotten. Oh, no, it's fine. The camera's fine. It's just the cell phone and the gimbal. It doesn't weigh much. No, it's not anything like that. It's only like if I try to pick up something with my left arm that is like more than about 25 or 30 pounds, I have to be careful. If I do it wrong, I can just feel like my bicep, it feels like it's splitting in two, and my shoulder as well feels bad. So I just have to be careful, but carrying around the gimbal and the camera is not a problem. Thank you. Arthritis, it's just one of the gifts of getting older. If we're lucky enough to live to this age or older, we have to just kind of put up with arthritis and all those other things that go along with age, like inflammation and joint pain and stuff like that, and kind of grin and go, you know what? It's a privilege to feel this pain because I've lived this long. L3 and L5, oof. So that's lumbar. Thank you, Andy. The Hardy Boys, I remember them when I was a kid, yeah. The thing I have to be careful for, though, is anything that we read on the internet out loud like I am, it has to be in the public domain. Otherwise, I'll get a copyright strike, and I don't want that. So that's why I'm picking only books that are in the public domain. So generally that's books that are in the 1930s or earlier. The Babysitter's Club. I heard that was cute. Chicken burritos. Okay, so here's some books that just came into the public domain in 2026.
Yes.
As I Lie Dying is one book. I'm not sure who the author is. The Maltese Falcon, we did read that one. One of my favorite movies. with Humphrey Bogart, and it was a good book too. The Murder at Vicarage, which is the first Miss Marple story, and the first Nancy Drew mysteries are all in public domain beginning in 2026. Okay, As I Lie Dying was by William Faulkner, so that's a pretty famous author. Cakes and Ale by W. Somerset Maugham. I've heard of that, but I don't know what it's about. Vile Bodies by Evelyn Waugh. And The Castle by Franz Kafka. So those are some hefty books there. Wheels. That's awesome. Well, you and Lizzie have something in common. She crochets every single day. She must have, at this point, crocheted over 200 cardigans. Last night, she was starting on another cardigan with white yarn. Cross stitch, knit, and latch hook. Wow. William Faulkner's great. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably like read a few pages or at least the introduction to some of these books and then decide. I might be reading the first few chapters of the new book this afternoon when I get home. Yeah, of the Nancy Drew stories, The Secret of the Hidden Clock is now in public domain. The Hidden Staircase, The Bungalow Mystery, and The Mystery at Lilac Inn by Carolyn Keene are all now in the public domain. Oh, Johnny Utah, you're in a crochet club. That's pretty cool. Indian in the Cupboard. Yeah, Indian in the Cupboard. Loop me in. Very good, very good. I love the nerdy humor. I just found an article that kind of gives you a little bit of a summary without giving you any spoilers to some of these books. Well, that's kind of interesting. It says here that the book As I Lay Dying by William Faulkner was written right on the heels of his acclaimed masterpiece, The Sound and the Fury. And it says, William Faulkner unleashes As I Lay Dying, a novel widely considered to be one of the best of the 20th century. Like his previous novel, this one uses the stream of consciousness technique that he and his literary peers James Joyce and Virginia Woolf were perfecting. In it, we follow 15 different characters during a family's journey across the American South to bury one of their own. Wow. I don't know, that sounds intense. The Little House series. I don't know. I don't know the Little House series. It has nothing to do with Little House on the Prairie, does it? Narnia. Let me see here. Is the book Narnia in the public domain? Yeah, Narnia is not in the public domain. It won't be in the public domain until 2034. Oh, Andy, you're gonna have to one day get a place to show your collection. It sounds like it's becoming a bit of a museum. Like you're getting so much cool stuff that you got to share it with the world, or at least maybe make a video channel about it. You know, like a YouTube channel. Laura Ingalls. Is The Little House on the Prairie books by Laura Ingalls Wilder in the public domain? Okay, so the first book, The Little House in the Big Woods, which was written in 1932, will enter the public domain in 2028. So we can't read it just yet. My wife, Lizzie, absolutely loves Little House on the Prairie. She said growing up she watched every single episode multiple times and read the books. Oh yeah, I did see that film with Spencer Tracy. I believe that is in the public domain. Is The Old Man in the Sea book in the public domain? Is The Old Man in the Sea book in the public domain? The Old Man of the Sea is not in the public domain until 2032. So yeah, we gotta wait a little bit. What books by Ernest Hemingway are in the public domain? What books by Ernest Hemingway are in the public domain? So there are several books by Ernest Hemingway which are in the public domain that we could read. A Farewell to Arms, also The Sun Also Rises, The Torrents of Spring, Our Time, Men Without Women. I'll have to look into these and see what they're about. Maybe we'll pick something by Faulkner or Hemingway or Woolf. Oh yeah, absolutely. I love that film. I love old films. Wow, Heather, you used to buy Pendletons every year? Now Pendletons are so expensive. Pendleton flannel shirts specifically. And Pendleton blankets are in the hundreds of dollars. The wool ones. All Pendletons used to be made in the USA, but not anymore. Now they have a small collection that's made in the USA and everything else is made somewhere else, I'm guessing in Asia. Count of Monte Cristo, that would be a good one, right? I'm sure that's in the public domain. Is the Count of Monte Cristo in the public domain? Is the Count of Monte Cristo in the public domain? Yes, Alexandre Dumas. Yeah, so we can do the Count of Monte Cristo. So I don't think, no, we didn't do that one. We did a couple of French books, The Three Musketeers and another book, but we did not do the Count of Monte Cristo. That would be a good one. Yeah, it's an adventure novel, 1944 to 1946, when sailor Edmond Dantes is falsely accused and imprisoned on his wedding day. He spends 14 years in solitary confinement. After a daring escape and the discovery of a vast hidden treasure, he reinvents himself as the wealthy Count of Monte Cristo. That could be interesting. You are welcome, Eric. Hey, don't we all need some good, positive, family-friendly entertainment and friendship, camaraderie? I feel we do. I think you guys do too, or you wouldn't be here, right? Just something fun to do.
Yes.
Okay, hang on, guys. I have to call my doctor's office to schedule my surgery. I have to schedule my kidney stone surgery here, so I better call them back.
Welcome to the voicemail box of Jenny Tran. Please record your message after the tone. When you're finished, the voicemail box of Jenny Tran.
Okay, just getting her mailbox. I'll have to call her when I get home today or tomorrow morning. The Man in the Iron Mask, that was a good movie. That was a scary movie. When I was a kid, I saw that movie. It was scary. That would be a good one too. Let me write that in my notes here. The Man in the Iron Mask, and then also the Count of Monte Cristo. Those are both really good possibilities. And Andy, you emailed yours to me. Okay, your suggestions. Yeah, they still do have some Pendleton stuff here at Disneyland in that shop behind me, as you said. But it is not cheap. It's expensive. I found you can find some good Pendleton's shirts, flannel shirts, on eBay or Depop. My daughters love Depop. They're always buying used clothing and selling their clothing that they get tired of on Depop. And you get decent prices there. You got a grilled cheese basket from Culver's. Nice. All right, let's see what the ride wait times are looking like here. Ooh, we have 4,996 subscribers. 4 more to go. All right, let's see here. Disney wait times. Hello, Luis Reyes. So we've done 6 rides. Okay, let's see what we got here. Astro Blasters is closed for renovation. Alice in Wonderland's 30 minutes. Casey Jr., we just did that. Haunted Mansion's up to 40 minutes. Indiana Jones for 40 minutes. Small World's only 10 minutes. You could do that. Mr. Toad's is closed right now. Boy, it's a good thing we went on it when we did. Oh, we haven't done Pirates of the Caribbean yet. That's 25 minutes at the moment, which means it's probably more like 15. Let's go check out Pirates. I never get tired of Pirates. Have you guys noticed that in the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, I tried to point it out yesterday, how on that one kind of island area underwater, once we go down, that it's all dark now. You can't see the skeleton anymore. The skeleton that's standing up with a sword through his chest, completely dark. So I hope they fix that. I hope they're not getting rid of that skeleton with the sword, because it's so cool, you know? All right, let's go see what the line looks like over at Pirates of the Caribbean. Ooh, it is loading time here for the Mark Twain. I know we did that yesterday, but I love the Mark Twain. It does look very busy though.
Mine's a different blue, just so you know.
Well, let's see. Pirates has a line that's going up over the bridge. Yeah, it looks pretty busy. All right, maybe we try Mark Twain. That's a nice little breeze in the park today, which is helpful because it's so sunny. All right, we're gonna do the Mark Twain because we can. Well, it looks like Disney has a camera crew over here, and they are talking to somebody or interviewing somebody's. I think they're doing a commercial over here. I'll try to show you guys.
Bienvenidos a bordo. Para su seguridad, no se sienten las garantías exteriores y se quedan en el vidrio. Asegúrense de vigilar a sus hijos y absténganse de groserías. Gracias.
¿Para qué lado?
I think we'll stay down here on the bottom today. We look right across at this. Look right across at this crew here. This guy's got a full-on rig going here. A full. See, he's got a mast that's holding up that rig that's holding his camera. It's a steady cam rig. Which way? This way?
I should take over the spot real quick.
Okay. Hello, Chris! Hello, Chris! Woohoo, Chris! I don't know who Chris is, but they're telling us to say hi to him. It's like Chris and his lady have a full camera crew with them, and a director and an assistant. There's like a 6-person crew for that couple. So I assume that Disney's doing some type of a commercial with them.
Mark Twain is not just the name of
Oh yeah, look at this. They've got the camera cart going, everything.
also means water here is 2 fathoms deep. That means it's safe enough for us to proceed on our steam-powered journey along the rivers of America.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Camera crew. There's the 2 people they're filming right there. Right there. And then they had like 6 or 7 crew members, and then another 5 or 6 Disney cast members that were sort of just... I don't know if they're American Idol or what. I haven't been watching American Idol this year. I kind of lost interest in American Idol the last couple of years. We used to watch it all the time. American Idol and America's Got Talent, I think was the other one. And now it only says 25 minutes for Pirates of the Caribbean. But they do have a really long line going all the way up to the very end of the bridge and back. But it is moving quickly. Every day is a good day at Disneyland, I gotta say. California Adventure too, but I just like all the trees and all of the flowers and all the shrubs and everything at Disneyland just a little better. Feels a little bit more put together, designed a little bit more to feel like you're walking through these lands that are established. I feel like there's just so much more hardscape and so many fewer trees and bushes over at California Adventure. Just a different feel. I have to be in the right mood for California Adventure. Usually a hungry mood, because I like eating over there. Hi guys! Everybody's waving at you guys from the barge that's going over to the island.
We're now passing Fowler's Harbor.
Tom Sawyer's Island.
Three-masted wind gem of the Columbia, the first American ship to circumnavigate the globe. Here's a bit of history for you. The Columbia set sail from Boston Harbor in 1787. She rounded Cape Horn and became the first American ship to carry the Stars and Stripes around the world.
Yeah. I think they still do that, but maybe not as much now. But yeah, it used to be that when sports teams would win, they would either all come to Disneyland or they would send like a few of their star players, and they would always ask them after the game, what are you going to do now that you've won the national championship? And say, I'm going to Disneyland. I'm pretty sure that Disney must have prearranged that and paid the athletes some good money to say that and then to come to the park as well. The athletes get paid so much money now that any kind of promotion to promote somebody else's product or service or entertainment, I'm sure that they get paid big bucks, like probably millions of dollars to even say something like I'm going to Disneyland, or you know, to be here for a parade or something in their honor. Pretty sure they get paid big bucks, but I don't know, maybe they don't.
Me, I'll take the comfort of the Mark Twain riverboat any day.
I'm with you. I'd rather have a Supper Bowl than a Super Bowl. I'm not a big football fan, and even if I was, I would never spend the kind of crazy money that people spend on tickets for these big sporting events. I mean, if you're a multimillionaire and maybe a $5,000 ticket is equivalent to like $50 to you, you know, like $50 to me, okay, I'll go to a game, but $5,000, no. $500, still no. But that's just me. I'm not a big professional sports fanatic. We do love the Indiana WNBA Indiana Fever team. And I would be willing to spend maybe up to $200 a ticket to go see them when they come here in LA. But I don't know. You can always see it better and see all the replays and everything better from home. So I'm not sure it's worth the expense and the hassle of driving into downtown LA and the parking and all. Only if we could like be really close to the players and see them before or after the game.
The moose, deer, and elk along the banks. It's awesome.
Yeah, well that would be nice, Choiberg, if we could have a write-off, but I don't think I can write that off being a retired college professor with a YouTube channel. For Lizzie and I, the Super Bowl for us is sort of a non-event. If we watch it at all, we just watch it for the halftime entertainment. But I prefer to watch the Puppy Bowl because we love dogs and we love puppies, and so the Puppy Bowl is a lot more fun. For us, I guess the equivalent to the Super Bowl for us is to see the Academy Awards, Oscars, because we love movies and we see lots of movies, and we have favorite actors and actresses and directors and writers. So for us, that's a much bigger event. And of course, Lizzie was in the movie business, so, and I was a film professor, so the movies are more important to us. Oh, that's interesting. So Jessica Simpson's sister, Ashley Simpson. Poor Ashley Simpson. She had talent, or has talent. She's really good. But she had that really unfortunate situation on Saturday Night Live about, I don't know, 10 or 20 years ago, where, you know, everybody that performs on Saturday Night Live as a musical guest, they have to perform live. And for some reason, she did not perform live. She performed part of her song. She performed her song to like a backing track and maybe even a vocal track. I can't remember if the track was vocal or if it was just backing track. But anyway, it got out of sync and she lost her place in the song. And she was so mortified and embarrassed that she just ran off stage in the middle of her performance and did not finish the performance. And that kind of torpedoed her career, I think. I think that really hurt her. And I felt bad for her because she's a good performer, a good singer. And she had a good potential career. But that kind of torpedoed it. Hello, General Grievous. Well, Milli Vanilli was a whole nother story. That was kind of a sad story too. Those guys could actually sing, but they were forced by their managers to sing to pre-recorded tracks. And then, of course, when that got found out, it just, again, torpedoed, destroyed their careers and reputation. So yeah, that was sad too. I don't know if you guys remember back far enough, but the musical group from the 60s, the late 60s, the Monkees, those guys were real musicians and they could really sing. But the TV show, The Monkees, the producers felt that they couldn't sing exactly the way that they wanted them to sound on TV. So they got studio musicians to play their parts, their musical parts, their instrumental parts, and even some of the singing early on. And then finally the monkeys, members of the band, they revolted and said, we're just not going to do that anymore. Either you use us playing the music and us singing, or we're done. And so anyway, eventually that show ended. Show ended, and then they started touring, and they were actually really spectacular, the Monkees. They had a very specific and unique kind of sound that was really cheerful and fun and happy.
Now heading back into civilization along Rio Grande. Off in the distance are the towering buttes of Big Thunder Mountain. Rumor has it, the railroad built to haul gold out of the mountain has been seized by supernatural forces.
Yes, that is what I remember about Milli Vanilli. They had studio musicians and singers, but later on, after the whole scandal, they did record their own music with their own voices, and they sounded fine to me. But maybe they just weren't up to the level that their management team wanted them to sound like, so they just wanted the image, but not the voices. You know, I blame that on bad management. You know, it's like you have to let people just sing the way they sing. I mean, look at Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan has one of the worst voices in the history of music, but he's an amazing writer. He writes these amazing songs, always has. Very impactful, meaningful songs, and you just live with his voice, and you go, okay, that's what he sounds like. He doesn't sound like Andrea Bocelli. He doesn't sound pretty, but what he's saying is important and interesting. So you just go with it. And I think they should do that with everybody. You know, you just gotta let people sound the way they sound. So for people like Milli Vanilli and Ashley Simpson and those different folks, the Monkees, I blame that all on management, poor management choices. Yeah, Kurt Cobain, another one. I mean, there's just so many that have weird voices or odd voices, or just, let's just say, voices that are not typically what you would consider beautiful voices, but they still are good in their own way. Well, here's another one who I think is a really great artist, who has a really gravelly, very rough voice, a voice you wouldn't consider a beautiful voice, but is a really great sounding artist because he's so unique, and that would be Tom Waits. I don't know if any of you have ever listened to any of the music by Tom Waits, but he's an incredible musician and singer, and just an incredible, I don't know who these people are, but they're still there. And you know, he's just an incredible artist with, like Bob Dylan, he has his songs have a lot of earthiness, grittiness, a lot of intention, and each song is kind of like a story. You know, he's like a storyteller that tells his stories in song. But you would never consider Tom Waits a good singer, right? I mean, not a good singing voice. I mean, he can sing in key and hit his notes, but he sounds like this. So, you know, happily, some people like Tom Waits, you know, they were able to still forge a career with their real voices. All right, let's see where the line is here. I think this is the end of the line here for Pirates of the Caribbean. So we'll get in line here. Awesome, Ellie likes Tom Waits. Excellent. So, were they the American Idols, those two people we saw? They still had a cast member with them, or a TV crew member or something. She had a iPad kind of clipboard thing going on. Yeah, Billy Corrigan's another one who has sort of an odd voice, but again, a great musician, a great impactful singer. Because I honestly feel like if it was left to the artists aren't gonna really want anybody to dub their voices. They want to use their own voices. So who makes those decisions for them? It's the record labels, it's their management.
Left, right, sailors, 2 sides up ahead. Same party, same side. Left, right, 2 parties, 2 sides. Left, right. All the way up and all the way up.
All right, trying to get another ride in here at Pirates of the Caribbean, because Pirates of the Caribbean's days are numbered. It will be closing on May 4th. And I don't think we have an actual date of when it's going to reopen, but I would bet if they're closing it, I mean, this is a big attraction, and it does have some things that are in need of repair, like that island that's almost completely dark except for the crab now. And maybe they want to put up some other projection elements. They could definitely do that over where the ship is and the fort where there's the battle going on. So I would guess they'll probably be closed for a good 2 months. If they go down May 4th, June 4th, reopen for 4th of July, something like that. But hopefully it won't be that long. It'd be great if it was only 2 to 4 weeks. Oh yeah, I do remember Buster Poindexter. Yeah, that was a great song. Yeah, that was a cool kind of, almost like rockabilly, right? Kind of music style. One of my friends the other day just texted me and said, hey, do you remember Preston Smith and the Crocodiles? And this was like a local SoCal band that used to play all the time. Okay, here are these people. Who are they? Hey guys, how are you?
Hi. Good, how are you?
Good to see you. Excellent. Okay, were those the American Idol guys? Oh yeah, Joe Cocker, he also had a super gravelly voice, right? And he had those bizarre facial expressions when he'd sing and bizarre kind of body movements. Yeah, anyway, as I was saying, Party of Five, you said he was what? Is he the American Idol guy? Ah, very good. Lizzie will be jealous. Even though we haven't been following American Idol, I'm sure she knows who has won or who is winning, and she probably knows all the contestants. Lizzie loves to watch the KTLA Channel 5 news every morning. Every single morning. And she catches up on all of the TV shows and Hollywood stuff and all that stuff, along with the news. Yeah, I don't know. So you guys probably don't know this band and this singer. The singer's name was Preston Smith, and the band was called the Crocodiles. Preston Smith and the Crocodiles. And my buddy John and I, and we would also bring friends with us, would always go see him at different small clubs in the Southern California area. And he had a super loyal following in the mid to late 80s and up into the early 90s, where he would just pack a nightclub full of his loyal fans who all know the words to all of his songs. And his music style was sort of swing big band rockabilly, if that makes any sense to you, with a little bit of new wave punk thrown in. So it was kind of a mixture of several styles that just worked. They had, brass, they had saxophones and trumpets. He was the singer. He didn't play an instrument. He might have played guitar, but yeah, they had electric guitars and electric bass and saxophone, trumpet, several wind instruments, and of course drums. And it was just so great because he would go from sort of a rockabilly / punk infused style to calypso style music to like sort of island style rock. I don't know, it was just great stuff. You could look him up and maybe find some of his music. I think there's 1 or 2 videos on YouTube of him. Oh yeah, Lizzie and I love big band and swing. We listen to it every Sunday morning. We used to listen to it with, I think it was Chuck Cecil, but I think he retired, on one of the stations on the far left side of the radio, like 88.1 or 89 or 90, something like that. I don't remember the movie Scrooged. I probably saw it, but I don't remember it off the top of my head. So if that was the American Idol guy, if any of you have been watching the American Idol, and if he was the winner, what was his style of music? Was it like country? Was it pop? What is that guy singing that helped him win? I know they have to sing like all these different styles. That's part of the show, but like what's his natural preferred music genre? Do you know? Dr. Maxwell. Yes, I used to drive by the KTLA studios on Sunset Boulevard all the time when I worked in Hollywood. I was like driving by it every day. There was a lot of great newscasters that worked that show. Oh, Party 5, they're going to be here performing next week. Oh, he hasn't won yet. He's in the top 9. Well, that's exciting. Louis Armstrong. Oh, yeah, Louis Armstrong. Again, yeah, I mean, he's one of my favorites, right? Old-timey favorites. He also had an odd voice, but it was beautiful, gorgeous. I loved Louis Armstrong in the Broadway musical play I got to see as a kid that was later made into a movie, and it was called Hello, Dolly. And he played a big part in that story as well. Let's see, who was the actress that played Dolly? She was really famous too. The song went something like, well, hello, Dolly. It's been swell, Dolly. Something like that. My mom had all of these records when I was a kid, all these 33 RPM records of musicals and also of like opera singers and Spanish music she used to play all the time. So I learned some of that music by hearing it all the time as a kid. Oh yeah, Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, that was a good one too. Yeah, I think Barbra Streisand was maybe in the Hello Dolly movie, but that's not the actress I'm thinking of that was in the musical Broadway play that I saw as a child, and that we had the album of. It was a different actress. Carol Channing, that would be, yep, Carol Channing. She was amazing. I loved Carol Channing. Carol Channing and Louis Armstrong together, that was pretty spectacular. You know, I've never been a great AC/DC fan. I've seen them in concert, but I'm just not a big fan. I don't know. It doesn't speak to me. Their music doesn't speak to me. But I know they're really good musicians, and they're good singers. They're great performers, and they're mildly entertaining to me. But I'm not a huge AC/DC fan. I'm not a fan of Kiss either. I've never taken to their music. It doesn't speak to me. It's like, as a kid, of course, I liked the Rolling Stones. I liked the Beatles. They kind of became famous when I was a little kid. And then I kind of grew into liking their music after they were well established and still performing. Although the Beatles did stop performing around 1974, I want to say, or 72. And then they just became a studio recording group. But I was kind of more into music like Aerosmith. I love Steven Tyler's voice. And of course, David Bowie, the great David Bowie. I loved David Bowie. I remember the very first high school party I went to. I was a sophomore, so I was like 15 years old. And I got kind of adopted by some senior girls and a couple of senior guys. They became friends of mine, because I had long hair then. So this kind of post-hippie, this kind of post-hippie period continued on. We were too young to be hippies. My older sisters could possibly be, but they weren't. But they were of that age. But anyway, we still had long hair because it was still kind of the post-hippie era. And so I kind of got befriended by these senior kids when I was like 15. And they took me to my very first high school party at this friend's of theirs house. It was like a big, huge house. Not quite a mansion, but definitely not a small house. It was a big house, Spanish-style house. And I remember it was nighttime, like on a Friday or Saturday night. And we walked in, and all the lights were down kind of low. It was all teenagers. Parents weren't around. And I remember I walked in, and I could smell some herbs I had never smelled before, and saw lots of red plastic cups around. And as soon as I walked through the door and saw that, the first thing that hit me was the David Bowie music that was playing. It was amazing. Cracked Actor, Suffragette City, Ziggy Stardust, Aladdin Sane, all that music was playing. And that was my introduction to my high school social life. It was pretty fun. And then, of course, later on we had Metallica and Bon Jovi. Those were great groups. Those kind of groups, that kind of music all spoke to me. And of course, in the more electronic era, Depeche Mode was my all-time favorite group, along with Tears for Fears and Joy Division. my gosh, HMS, you got to meet David Bowie. How lucky are you? I'm not a big, I'm not like a big celebrity seeker. I don't go gaga over celebrities because I worked with a lot of movie stars and music stars when I was first out of college. And they were just like regular people that had tons of money and tons of talent. And they were generally really nice people, everybody. From like Heather Locklear to Heather Thomas to Donna Mills to Michael Jackson, Peabo Bryson, Barbara Mandrell, so many people from the 80s that I worked with when I worked for this really famous photographer. And so I never really became like a star seeker, but I would have been very excited to meet David Bowie. Macy Gray, yeah, that was a beautiful voice. Awesome Alley, Depeche Mode. I saw them in concert a few times, but the best concert I ever saw Depeche Mode at was maybe the best concert I've ever been to. There's like 3 big concerts that I really enjoyed. One was seeing Elton John at Dodger Stadium the first time when he was young. That was spectacular. I also saw him indoors at the Inglewood Forum, and he was spectacular at that one. And then seeing Bruce Springsteen again at the Forum a couple different times was amazing because he plays for 4 hours straight, or at least he used to, never leaving the stage in 4 hours. He was amazing. Rod Stewart was really good. But David Bowie was also excellent. I got to see him 2 or 3 times in concert. But I would say Depeche Mode concerts were the most gave me the biggest impression. We saw when Lizzie and I were first dating, Lizzie and I and a couple of our friends bought tickets to the Rose Bowl, which is a 100,000 seat theater. And Depeche Mode was playing there. And they had... they didn't use any of the seats behind the stage, so it only filled up about 80,000 people. But that was still a lot of people, about 80,000 people. And it was pretty spectacular. You can imagine like 80,000 people all knowing the lyrics to the music and all singing together.
We gotta get a hat.
I think anytime you go to a concert where the fans all know the music and everybody sings together is one of the most like spiritual kind of things that you can experience. Lizzie and I saw Casey Musgraves, it must be 4 years ago now, and she was playing, I believe it was either the Greek Theater or the Hollywood Bowl, I can't remember which. I think it was the Greek. This is a smaller venue, outdoors on a summer evening. And first of all, she's amazing. But everybody knew all the lyrics and everybody was singing with her. And it was just like a giant warm hug. There was so much love in the air that night. Yeah, Tom Petty's another one who had a different, not a classically beautiful voice, but he was a really good writer and a good musician. And of course, made a lot of great hits. Yeah, Michael Jackson, I knew him personally, and I would just say he was a very troubled genius who had a very difficult life growing up because of his father. Wow, this is moving along very quickly here. I had a girlfriend that I was just dating kind of casually when Bon Jovi and Metallica had a concert at the Los Angeles Coliseum, and it was around a holiday time. I think it was like December or November or something like that, and of course I always get sick around that time of the year. She was begging me to go, and I go, I can't go, I'm too sick. Please take my friend Matt, who was my roommate. I go, take him. You guys will have a great time. But I couldn't go. I would have been hospitalized if I had to go out there at night. Yeah, I agree, Bill. Movie stars and musicians are just normal people like you and I. As long as now, one time we were eating in Pasadena with my parents and Lizzie. Early on in our relationship, we all went out to dinner in Pasadena, and Steve Martin was sitting right across from us eating with, I don't know if it was his wife or a girlfriend or who, but anyway, they were eating and they were just chilling, and we didn't bother them. We just smiled at them and they smiled back. I do not remember the turnstiles for Pirates. Wow. I like the system they have here now because it moves very quickly. Hi, can I be in row 6 so my camera doesn't bother people? Thank you. Awesome. I love it when I get row 6. Okay, from this point forward, guys, I will not be speaking because I do not want to disturb any others and I do not want to interfere with their experience on the ride. So you guys will chat amongst each other. Hoo-hoo! We are going to celebrate right now. I just checked as I was getting on the boat, and we have 5,000 subscribers on our channel, guys. 5,000. So this is the celebratory Pirates of the Caribbean ride. 5,000. 5,000. Thank you, guys.
All hands, prepare to go ashore by stepping out to your right. Ahoy there, crew. For your safety, remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the boat. And watch your children. And no rash Mark Loud. Okay, good. He come seeking adventure and saw the old pirates, eh? Sure, you've come to the proper place. But keep a weather eye open, mates, and hold on tight with both hands together. There be squalls ahead, and Davy Jones waiting for them what don't obey.
Pirates live for me.
You may not survive to pass this way again. There will tell no tale. No fear have ye of evil curses, says you. Properly warned ye be, says I. Who knows when that evil curse will finally be over?
Or do you fancy a swim with Davy Jones?
Don't tell him, Carlos. Don't be cheating.
I am not chicken. I will not Wipe the leather aloft, Mickey. Where is that Jack Sparrow and the treasure, you pilferack?
Do not tell him, Carlos. No.
The gentlemen want the round, don't you, boys?
Now, you scurvy skunk! Do I hear 10? A hen for 10. 10? I hear you 20 for the round. You see the look on Captain Jack Sparrow's face when he hears tell 'tis only me what's got the goods. Keep still. I'm studying me map. Oh, it's the treasure map for sure and no mistake. And by thunder, that scoundrel Captain Jack Sparrow
Here, kitty. Have a little old time.
Fence lost at sea. Salute. Thanks to me. Drink up me hearties, yo-ho. Rascals and scoundrels, villains and knaves. Drink up me hearties, yo-ho. With devils and blacks, you've really bad eggs. Drink up me hearties, yo-ho. Drink up theirs. Who can tell what dangers lie on tomorrow's table? We will meet again when next you sail. So sail.
Log jam. All the boats are backing up here. HMS, I was just looking at the chat there, and you got to work with Steve Martin. How cool is that? Steve Martin started his career both here at Disneyland and Knott's Berry Farm. Here at Disneyland, he worked at the magic shop where he did magic tricks for guests and sold magic tricks and props and stuff, and I'm not sure what he did over at Knott's. Probably the same kind of thing.
Prepare to go ashore by stepping out to your right. Ahoy there, crew. Remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the boat.
Ah, your friends are magicians. That's so cool. I love magicians. I think they're so fun. It takes a lot of patience, and practice and skill to become a magician. Or in this case, a magician, a musician. Here we are.
Another one round her leg, me boys, all about her fucking day. Well, she says, remember me 10,000 miles away. Oh, and a road and I stay no more on
The Bootstrappers Pirate Band. Disney Dad, thank you for the $20 super chat. That is super kind of you. Thank you for your support, my friend. Let's all give a hand to Disney Dad in the chat.
and the day is made. Never waiting on whether you like I even have a count. I made a scene. Rolling down to old Mount Easy, boys rolling down to old Mount Easy. It's a rock top life of toil and strife. We say that it's undergo. Happy to only the care when the day is done. Our and the gales is below. Though we're homeward bound from the Arctic around on a good ship tall and free. And we'll have our fun when we mix our rum with the girls of old Maui. Rolling down to old Maui, boys rolling down to old Maui.
Yeah!
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Hold everything. This young lad is having a birthday. Oh!
Here comes Jack Sparrow.
Jack's birthday. Like the great.
Hello, Jack.
Hey, little James, what are you gonna hear this? Little Jack. The little Captain Jack. A special pirate birthday song. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Jack. Hey. How old are you today, Jack? 4, 3, 2, 17. He's 4. I guess my first guess.
The drinking age is 5.
Pirates say the drinking age is 5.
Last night as I slept, I crept on night with Morgan. I shook him by the hand and we passed the time of day. We questioned on his view on the crux of life, philosophies he had these but few. Clear and simple words to say. I am going, I am going, any which way the wind may blow. I am going, I am going, where streams of whiskey are flowing. I am first that it's sworn to fail and lay it up again. I just tried to be the road was always high. Now that I got money, I'll go down to the Chelsea. I'll walk around my feet, but I will lay there on my back. I am going, any which way the wind may be blowing. I am going, I am going, where the streams of the whiskey are
Is this cute? Oh my god, this is so cute. He's dancing with the music. Awesome!
Here are the bootstrappers, and we're gonna go find
Woohoo! We love bootstrappers! Hi, Andy. I don't know. I didn't see when you got timed out, or I don't know why, but I'm sure that the mods had a good reason. I think Stephen Kenyon is giving you a reason there, so not a big deal. But thank you to the mods that are taking care of things. Man, you cannot have a bad day when you get to hear the Bootstrappers band. They always make me smile. I mean, my face hurts right now because I've been smiling so hard because I love them so much. I mean, you just don't get to hear pirate music anywhere. There was pirate radio a long time ago. Oh, look, there's Jack again. He's up on top. Let's see if we can find him here. He's up on top of Pirates of the Caribbean. How great is this? Jack Skellington. I almost said Jack Skellington. Jack Sparrow, the pirate. Jack, where are your beautiful ladies?
We're right here.
There they are, right here. You guys hit it right. Perfect timing. That was fun. I yelled out, Jack, where are your beautiful ladies? And the two ladies next to me said, right here. And that was so great. That was so awesome. It's so awesome when you come out of Pirates of the Caribbean and walk right into the Bootstrappers performance and then see Jack Sparrow, the pirate Jack Sparrow, all at the same time. This has happened to me a few times over the last couple of years, and every time I am just overjoyed to be exiting Pirates of the Caribbean and walking into the Pirates, into pirate music, into the Bootstrappers pirate band music, and then seeing Jack Sparrow on top of it. Ah, so cool. Only at Disneyland, and probably over at Disney World in Florida as well. And the Jungle Cruise is still down. That makes me sad, because I love the Jungle Cruise. But hopefully when it comes back up, we'll have some new, exciting things to see. I know some of the hippos have not been coming up out of the water like they're supposed to, and some of them are supposed to be squirting water, and they don't, so hopefully they'll fix those things. And then there are piranhas that are supposed to jump out of the water, like a whole school of them, and I haven't seen them jumping out of the water for quite a while. So hopefully they'll fix all those things, and maybe add a few new things would be awesome. It would be cool, like if they added a Zootopia character or two to the Jungle Cruise, just kind of peering out, maybe a little bit of a clue as to the future of Zootopia and Hopper here at Disneyland. That would be fantastic. Oh, it looks like we just missed the Celebrate Happy Cavalcade that is going by. They're going north, and I can just see the very last of it right there. Going by. Oh, more ducklings. Boy, it is definitely spring, because we're seeing lots of ducklings and baby geese, which I'm not sure if they're called goslings or if that's just Ryan Gosling. I don't know. But yeah, we're seeing a lot of them here in the park. It's very cool. We don't see any chickens though. You know, they used to have a flock of chickens over at Knott's Berry Farm. Not in the park, but out across the street at their giant parking lot where they have, oh boy, it's really peoply over there. Let's see if I can walk down that way. Over in their giant parking lot where they have like some historical building. I can't remember which building it is now, but they own like a park and some land over there, and their water park is over there. Anyway, there was a flock of chickens with roosters and the whole thing for the longest time. But the last couple times we've been in Knott's Berry Farm, I have not seen the chickens. I'm a little bit worried that somebody took them home for dinner, and that would be sad. Or maybe they just, I don't know what happened to them. Maybe they just got relocated. I want to think happy thoughts about the chickens. Although I do love eating chicken. If I see chickens though, I don't want to eat those chickens. You know what I mean? It's like the chickens that I get at Trader Joe's are frozen and they don't look like chicken, right? Or go to the meat market, the meat aisle, and get chicken cutlets or something. It's not the same as seeing feathered chickens. I just have to fool myself that I'm not eating those feathered chickens. I'm eating some other chickens. Have you guys ever seen the movie Baraka? It's the same director that did Koyaanisqatsi. But in the movie Baraka, they show like a giant chicken like processing plant where the chickens are still alive and they're on conveyor belts, and there's like thousands of them at a time. It's crazy. All right, here we are. All right, it is that time where I want to thank all of the moderators, both the ones that are here and the ones that are not here at the moment. Hey, how's it going, buddy? I want to thank Manny Uncanny, Heather D. Smith, Paul's Epic Adventure, Krista Hackley, Tiffany Johnson, Rachel Castro, Beach Bandits Metal Detecting, Stephen Kenyon, oh my gosh, it's Judy, Disney cast crew member Monique, Omar Octavio Altamirano Loza, Jacob Herring, Checkers, and Ace Snoopy. Thank you guys, one and all, for all of your help today and every day. I appreciate it whenever you guys are here. And even when you're not here, I still appreciate you, because I appreciate everything you've done for me in the past on our channel. And I appreciate your company. I appreciate you guys chatting with me. You guys make my experience here at Disney more than it would be if I was just here by myself. And even when I'm here with Lizzie and we're having fun together, it's still even more fun when you guys are with me. Hopefully she's not listening to this, but sometimes we come by ourselves and we don't go live. So there's that. Anyway, I just want to thank you guys. We crossed the threshold of 5,000 today. Let me see if I can look it up. Let's see where we're at. We're at 5,001. Seems impossible, but impossible has happened. And it's all thanks to you guys for being here for me and with each other. Lizzie and I have another day scheduled to be here on Friday. She's trying to get all of her work done so that she will be able to join me on Friday. So look forward to that, and make sure you have your notifications button checked so that you'll get notified when I post the announcement with the new thumbnail, and then when we actually go live on Friday. I'm not sure what time we're going to be here. I would like to rope drop on Friday, but we'll see. Sometimes Lizzie has a little bit of work she has to do in the morning for one of her clients, and then we can come after that. But so I don't know. Depends on where she's at with her work. All right, my friends. Love to you all. This has been Indiana Holmes. I love you guys. Bye-bye.